Let's talk briefly about something in the news today. U.S. Attorney James Santelle, who's an appointee of Barack Obama, decided today he is stepping down. There's about a year or so, year and a half or so left in his term.
Right.
At least in Barack Obama's term. What's the takeaway from this, Dan?
The important things to know, one, he's stepping down, as you said, a year and a half early, which makes it very difficult to put someone in there who can be effective and do anything. So Greg Honstad, one of the assistant U.S. attorneys, will step in and probably run this office. But it's not been a high-profile office during his whole tenure, his 5 or 6 years there. Compare or contrast to his predecessor, Steve Biskupic, who did a lot of white-collar crime, a lot of political corruption. Santelle has done almost none of that. In fact, I talked to him about this shortly after he came into office, and he said, you know, this was one of his top priorities, and he'd be talking to me regularly about what's going on those fronts. Well, that's the last time I talked to him.
And James, have you ever talked to Jim Santelle? When have you last written about him?
No.
I mean, he hasn't been in the news a lot.
He hasn't been in the news a lot, and I can't even think of anything high profile that he's done. I mean, can you name anything?
Well, their focus has been on terrorism and other related sort of things, and that's a high profile in Washington. But here, you notice the U.S. attorneys when they get involved in political corruption or major crime, gang busts, that sort of stuff. And he's just been a very low profile guy who's kept things going. In fact, the most attention he's gotten is for the investigation of him for his use of credit cards while he was in office.
And that's certainly the backdrop right now.
And that's what's driving the decision to go ahead and leave early.